not flawless. It can be both constructive as well as destructive. It is only a tool, but by far it is the best tool we have. Self-correcting, ongoing, and applicable to everything.
We, Samya and Vanshika of 12th Science, are highly privileged for getting the opportunity to present the closing ceremony of Science Week.
Now let us start the program with a science anthem presented by Madhushree of class 10th.
क्यों और कैसे ही विज्ञान का मूल मंत्र है। इसी बात को विज्ञान प्रसार ने गीत के रूप में प्रस्तुत किया है। क्यों आसमान में जगमग करते तारे, क्यों इंद्रधनुष में रंग बिरंगे प्यारे, क्यों गुलहल होत सुख एकदम लाल, क्यों झिलमिल कर तमकड़ी कांचा, क्यों 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 जगनों की पीठ पर जलती हुई मशाल है, क्यों गेंडे और हाथी की पीठ उनकी ढाल है, क्यों पहाड़ की छोटी सोनी और वीरान है, क्यों हंसती आंखों में आंसू का सैलाब है, क्यों 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 फूलों से खुशबू क्यों आती है, क्यों तितली फूलों पर मंडराती है, क्यों मौसम बदलता है, क्यों बादल बरसता है, क्यों हीरा इतना चमकता, क्यों ज्वालामुखी दगकता, सागर के अंदर क्यों होता पहाड़ सुबह शाम, सूरज क्यों होता लाल, क्यों 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 I hope you all enjoyed the song. Thank you.
Wow! Isn't it marvelous, Samya?
Yes, indeed.
Now, our Honorable Co-Chairman, Shri G.V. Rao sir, will give his valuable message.
Teachers and school principal, I wish you and congratulate you on the occasion of Science Fair being organized with the school. Look at the technical development. Last year, we all physically present, seen each and everyone's contribution, what they have shown, showcased physically there. This year, even though there is a crisis, this has given a new opportunity for us, whereby we have been able to organize this science fair through online. So, like these kind of opportunities keep on coming to us, and which we have to explore. So, we all know it, like it is said that necessity is the mother of invention. Had there been no COVID, probably we all today may not be so scientifically and technologically so advanced as we are seeing today. I trust this crisis will over today and will come back to normal, and we all get together, we all get a chance to meet together. With this, I once again congratulate you. All the best and good luck. God bless you.
Wow! Such an enlightening message by our sir.
Vanshika, we always talk about Einstein, Faraday, Newton, Edison. Are there no such scientists in India? We only hear about Kalam, no one else.
No, Samya, there are several great Indian scientists also. Now let us hear about some of them in our next segment presented by our 9th class students.
Good morning everyone, I am Swati of 9B speaking about great Indian scientist Jagdish Chandra Bose. Sir J.C. Bose was one of the most prolific and successful Indian scientists in the fields of biology, physics, botany and considered the father of Bengali science fiction. Bose was born on 30th November 1858 in a Bengali-speaking family. Bose's education started in a local school of Bengal, as his father was particular about beginning education in mother tongue. He wished his son to be a scholar who would rule nobody but himself. Bose graduated from St. Xavier's College, Kolkata and went to the University of London for higher studies. Later, he joined the University of Calcutta as a professor of physics. There, despite any racial discrimination and lack of funding and equipment, he carried on his scientific research. J.C. Bose studied whether or not plants could feel and respond to stimuli in the same way that humans and other animals do. And these experiments were possible because of his self-designed instruments like crescograph, photosynthetic bubbler, etc. All of these were made in India and at Bose Institute, one of the oldest research institutes of India. Two of his famous books are Response in the Living and Non-Living and the Nervous Mechanism of Plants. Not only in the fields of biophysics, he also contributed in the fields like radio science, physics and archaeology. Sir Neville Mott, Nobel laureate in 1977 for his own contribution to solid-state electronics, remarked that J.C. Bose was at least 60 years ahead of his time. This great scientist of rare combination of botany and physics died on 23rd November 1937. We should draw inspiration from his work.
Greetings to one and all, I am Shreya from 9th A. I'll speak about the great Indian scientist in the field of engineering of our country. He is Sir Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya. He was born on 15 September 1860 in a small village of Mysore. His father was a noted Sanskrit scholar and his mother a respected homemaker. He attended primary and high school in Bangalore. At an early age of 15, he lost his father and faced financial crisis. Later, he graduated in engineering from the University of Bombay. After his graduation, he was joined as an assistant engineer with the PWD of Bombay. Later, he was also invited to join the Indian Irrigation Commission. This phase of his life was his first step towards his golden career. He was instrumental in designing a system of automatic wire floodgates in 1903. Sir M.V. was the architect of the great Krishnarajasagar Dam in Mysore. He also designed a flood protection system for the city of Hyderabad over Musi River. At an age of 90, he contributed his ideas for the location of Mokama Bridge over Ganga in Bihar. He was also the architect of the Hirakud Dam in Orissa. He was also instrumental in many flood protecting projects across India. He wrote a book in 1934 named The Planned Economy for India. He was honored with Bharat Ratna Award in 1955 and on his 157th birthday posthumously was honored with a Google Doodle. Such a great personality departed from us on his 102nd year on 14 April 1962. His birthday is now being celebrated as Engineers Day in his memory and we all should draw inspiration from this stalwart.
Hello, I am Anusha of 9th B Push Bihar. I will be speaking about Sir C.V. Raman. C.V. Raman was an Indian physicist born on November 7, 1888. He is known for his influential research in the field of science in India. He was the first Asian and Indian to receive the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930 for the Raman effect. In his early years, Raman was exceptional in studies. He passed the matriculation at the age of 11 years. His earliest researches were in optics and acoustics, the two fields of investigation to which he dedicated his entire career. Among his other interests have been the optics of colloids, magnetic and electrical anisotropy, and the physiology of the human vision. Raman has been honored with a large number of honorary doctorates and memberships of scientific societies. He was elected a Fellow of the Royal Society and was knighted with Sir in 1929. Raman contributed to the building up of nearly every Indian research institution in his time. He founded the Indian Journal of Physics and the Indian Academy of Sciences. Raman was known for his wit, which he showed up many a times. Once, Nehruji had come to take a tour of his lab. Raman switched off all the lights of the laboratory except the UV ones. Then he placed a piece of copper and gold under the UV light. He asked Nehruji to point which one was gold. Nehruji, fascinated by the shine of copper under the UV light, pointed at the piece of copper to be gold. Raman then laughingly said to him, "Dear Prime Minister, all that glitters is not gold." Such a great scientist with such a great mind left this world on November 21st, 1970. We all should celebrate such a great scientist and follow his path. Thank you.
Wow, I never knew any of them. Such a great information for all of us.
This Science Week, various competitions have been conducted. Now, Swarnim of 12 Science is here to declare the results of poster making competition.
Poster making competition from class 9 to 12. First prize goes to Muskan Malik of class 11 Science. Second prize goes to Sneha Saini of class 11 Science. And the third prize goes to Aditya Taryal of class 10 C. And the consolation prizes goes to S. Reshmika Rao of class 11 Science and Tushar Saini of class 10th A Art. Poster making competition from class 6 to 8. The first prize goes to Khyati Saini of class 8B. Second prize goes to Lakshya Maurya of class 8C. And the third prize goes to M. Abi Kareem of class 8A. And the consolation prizes goes to Monica Sethi of class 7th A and A. Jyotirmay of class 6. Poster making competition for primary classes. First prize goes to Rishita Kongri of class 5th A. Second prize goes to Vrishti Singhal of class 4th B. And the third prize goes to B. Amrita of class 5th A. And the consolation prizes goes to Khyona Sandhu of class 3rd C. Chetna Lodi of class 4th C.
Really amazing posters, right?
सच में वंशिका, मैं तो ऐसे बना ही नहीं सकती.
Acha Samya, we heard about Indian scientists, right? So now let us hear more about them.
Hello everyone, I'm Amar of 9B RK Puram. I would like to speak about the great scientist Meghna Shah. Meghna Shah was born on 6 October 1893. He was an Indian astrophysicist who developed the Shah ionization equation used to describe chemical and physical conditions in stars. His work allowed astronomers to accurately relate the spectral classes of stars to their actual temperatures. Shah's study of the thermal ionization of elements led him to formulate what is known as the Shah equation. Shah also invented an instrument to measure the weight and pressure of solar rays. He helped to build several scientific institutions. He was elected to the Parliament of India in 1952. Shah actively participated in the parliament in the areas of education, refugee and rehabilitation, atomic energy, multi-purpose river projects and flood control and long-term planning. Dr. Meghna Shah passed away on 16 February 1956. I strongly feel that you all should derive inspiration from such great lives. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Karthik of 9B RK Puram. I would like to speak about great scientist and mathematician Satyendranath Bose. Indian physicist Satyendranath Bose is known for working with Albert Einstein on the Bose-Einstein condensate and as the namesake of boson or God particle. Physicist Satyendranath Bose was born in 1st January 1894 in Kolkata. As the eldest and only male of 7 children, Bose was brilliant early on. He is the best known for his work on quantum mechanics and providing the foundation for Bose-Einstein statistics and the theory of the Bose-Einstein condensate. After his stay in Europe, Bose returned to the University of Dhaka in 1926. Although he did not have doctorate, on recommendation of Einstein, he became the head of physics department. But upon his return, Bose did not publish for a significant period of time. His interests wandered into other fields, including philosophy, literature, and Indian independence movement. He again published physics paper in 1937 and in the early 1950s worked on unified field theories. Bose became the president of Indian Physics Society and Indian Statistical Institute. After partition in 1947, he returned to Kolkata and taught there until 1956. Later, he was the Vice Chancellor of Vishwa Bharati University in Santiniketan. He was awarded India's second highest civilian award, the Padma Vibhushan, in 1954 by the Government of India. He also got the award of Fellowship of Royal Society of London. S.N. Bose died on 4th February 1894. After 12 years of his death, Indian Parliament established the S.N. Bose National Center for Basic Science. Recently, a well-known magazine, New York Times, described Bose as a father of God particle. We all can draw inspiration from his life.
Good morning everyone, I am Adarsh of 9th A. I would like to introduce you all to a jewel in the crown of biology who was left unnoticed. Dr. Yellamregda Subbarao was born in Bhimavaram, a small town in Andhra Pradesh. After completing the matriculation exam, in his third attempt, he entered Presidency College, Madras. While in college, due to Gandhi's influence, he used to wear khadi. His professor of surgery, displeased by this, denied him an MBBS degree. He was given only the licentiate in medicine and surgery, LMS. He worked as a lecturer in anatomy in Ayurvedic College and began researching to put Ayurveda on a modern footing. Getting only LMS certificate did not qualify him for a scholarship or internship. Initially, Professor Richard helped him with fees and living expenses. In his spare time, he used to clean hospital bed pans and do other jobs. Later, he succeeded in getting a degree from Harvard Medical School. He devised the famous Fisk-Subbarao method for the estimation of phosphorus in body fluids and tissues. It is an important tool to diagnose disorders of the thyroid and renal rickets. The research about ATP earned him a PhD, which is referenced in biochemistry textbooks till date. He extracted vitamin B12 from pig liver, which proved effective against anemia. He led some of America's most important medical research during World War II. He remained focused on finding cure for dreaded diseases and improved the well-being of humanity. He authored over 100 papers that have been published. Despite trailblazing discoveries, the Nobel Prize eluded him. A contemporary of Subbarao suppressed and destroyed many of his important works out of envy. But later, it was admitted by another colleague. Both were Europeans. He discovered drug methotrexate. In his honor, India Post released a stamp and a bust was erected on the campus of National Institute of Nutrition, Hyderabad. A fungus genus has been named Subbaromyces in his honor. On the morning of August 9, 1948, Dr. Subbarao was found dead of a massive heart attack when he was barely 53 years old. It is the story of an unsung scientist in the history of biochemistry. Thank you and have a nice day.
सच में मुझे बिलीव नहीं हो रहा कि इंडिया में इतने ग्रेट साइंटिस्ट भी थे.
सच में साम्या. पर चलिए अब बढ़ते हैं स्लोगन कंपटीशन के रिजल्ट्स की ओर.
In slogan writing competition from class 9 to 12, the first prize goes to Sai Nishant of class 11 Science, second prize goes to Kashish Saifi of class 12 Science, and third prize goes to Nivedita RK Puram. And the consolation prizes goes to Fiza Gauri class 12 Science and Rajeshwari of class 11th Arts. Slogan writing competition for classes 6 to 8. The first prize goes to Riddhi Dubey of class 6A, second prize goes to Suryansh Kanojia of class 8B, and third prize goes to Sumit Bidya Sagar of class 7th B RK Puram. And the consolation prizes goes to Natasha Madhukar of 6th B and Lakshya Moria of 8C. Slogan writing competition for primary classes. First prize goes to Rishitha Kongri of class 5th A, second prize goes to Pranjal Pandey of class 5th A, and third prize goes to Kovai Vaishnavi of class 3rd A.
These were really catchy slogans that our friends have made.
Now we will be getting a motivational message sent by an expert in the field of science, Dr. Abdul Karim, Professor of IGNOU.
Hello friends, myself Dr. Abdul Karim from IGNOU, New Delhi. I am here to interact with you on the occasion of Science Week being observed by Andhra Education Society, Pushpa Vihar. You might have observed that during this pandemic situation, entire world is suffering with this crisis. But however, the scientists, researchers and the medical doctors and paramedics along with sanitation workers and police department and even our teachers, many of them are working for us to meet this crisis situation and to keep us healthy, happy and successful. With this brief note, I would like to say, to do better in your science career, you need to have few characteristic features. One of them is like you need to be good observer. You need to observe the environments, your surroundings, your labs and your experiments, even your study materials. Apart from that, you need to have a clarity and clear information about the concepts that are being taught in your books, and also be strong in your fundamentals, be it biology, be it a chemistry, be it a mathematics, whatever it may be strong in your fundamentals. And apart from that, read your books. See, internet is there is a lot of information, but the books are there which can guide you precisely according to the needs and according to your curriculum. So don't waste your time in searching too many things in internet, but refer books and talk to your teachers and interact with your peers. And apart from that, you may read books like journals like this, Everman Science and Dream 2047. And apart from that, there is one more book which is there to motivate you. See, not only these books, there are so many books that are available which you can refer for the better motivation and to enrich your knowledge. Last but not least, I would like to say one thing here. If you prepare well, your luck will favor you. Okay? Along with your hard work, you need to prepare, you need to plan your career. And moreover, last but not least, I would like to say one small quotation which will motivate all of you, that is, failing to plan is planning to fail. That means well planned, half done. So my dear students, I wish you all best regards and have a great science week. Good luck.
Wow, we really got motivated by listening to him.
Thank you very much, sir, for taking out your precious time and sending us such a motivational message.
We all would try to follow your advice.
Now let us move to the results of Science Tune competition.
Science Tune competition for classes 9 to 12th. The first prize goes to K. Prateek, 10th A. Second prize goes to Aditya Taryal, 10th C. And the third prize goes to Shireen Rahman of 12th Science. And the consolation prizes goes to Vanshika Gulia, 9th B. R.K. Puram and Nishant Cheenwal, 10th C. Science Tune competition from classes 6 to 8. First prize goes to Avni Tiwari, 7th C. Second prize goes to A. Jyotirmay of 6th A. And third prize goes to M. Kirthi Priya of 7th A. R.K. Puram. And the consolation prizes goes to Reshma, 7th A. and Yashasvi of class 6th A.
माशाल्लाह,
सच में बहुत खूब.
तो चलिए अब चलते हैं डिबेट के विनर्स को सुनने.
Now I'm going to announce the winners of debate competition held from classes 9 to 12th. The best debater for the topic is Muskan of class 9B and the best debater against the topic is Dipanshu of 10th C.
Good morning everyone, I am Muskan of 9th B and today I am going to speak in the favor of the topic doctors, police and cleanliness workers are the frontline warriors in the fight against corona. As of April 11, 2020, approximately 17,41,621 cases of COVID-19 have been confirmed in over 210 countries and territories, resulting in around 1,06,470 cases death. Clearly, the coronavirus situation cannot be taken lightly. India is at a critical stage in its fight against coronavirus as fears of community transmissions is rising. During its lockdown, frontline workers are still going out every day to win this battle that every hero described a war India can't afford to lose. So India is pinning its hope of containing the outbreak on social distancing and a complete lockdown of major cities and towns, and the success is down to the efforts of unknown but selfless workers. They are pillars of our country in the pandemic. Frontline warriors including doctors, paramedics, police personnel and government officials account for 12% COVID-19 infections in Haryana, as per the data provided by the State Health Department. This is a problem common in almost all countries fighting the pandemic, but it is all more worse for a country like India, which has just one doctor for 1,445 people. Doctors, nurses and many others who
Good afternoon to my video listeners. I am Dipanshu Singh from AES School of Class 10C, and I am going to present my thought against the frontline warriors of COVID-19. Everyone at this time is dependent on the frontline warriors. But are they really working for us? There is a very big no from my side. I will talk to you profession by profession of the so-called frontline warriors. First up, the doctors and the nurses. It is my personal experience. I saw that happening around me, that doctor doesn't touch people. They are getting fear to treat them, the fear of COVID.
Good morning everyone. Myself Adesh of class 9 going to speak in favor of the topic doctors, police, sanitary workers, cleaners.
It is rightly said, to serve its creatures and to heal patients from pain, God created a messenger called doctor. Good afternoon everyone. My name is Vanshika Bhandari. I am in favor of the topic. A doctor's profession is a sacred one. Besides God, if anyone else is looked up with the same hope.
Good morning everyone. I am Anshika Mishra of class 9A and going to speak in favor of the topic. In this virus, we have an enemy which is invisible and sometimes deadly.
Before starting, I want to say one line for the doctors. To serve his creatures and to heal patients from pain, God created a messenger called as doctors. Hello everyone, this is Ashia from 10th class, AES RK Puram. And today, I want to say few lines about all the doctors, nurses, policemen and everyone who are acting as a frontline warriors in the fight against.
Wow, Samya, both sides for and against the topic was really good.
Yes, Vanshika, both of them were on the point.
Now let us declare the results of quiz competition and essay writing as well.
Quiz competition from classes 6 to 8. First prize goes to Khushbu Kanodia of 8C. Second prize goes to Umesh Mehra of 8A RK Puram. And the third prize goes to Prem Kiran of 8A. Quiz competition from classes 9 to 12th. The first prize goes to Mukta Kumari of 11 Science, second prize goes to Kulveer Yadav of 12 Science, and third prize goes to Daksh Kumar of 11 Science. In essay writing competition from classes 9 to 12, the first prize goes to Fiza Gauri of class 12 Science, second prize goes to G. Sai Nishant of class 11 Science, and the third prize goes to Nivedita of class 9th A. And the consolation prizes goes to R. Jyotsna 10th A and K. Rajat of 11 Science. Essay writing competition from classes 6 to 8, first prize goes to Mannat 8B, Second prize goes to Sneha Sinha of 8B RK Puram, and third prize goes to Kumara Sori of 6th A. Consolation prizes goes to Vaishnavi of 8B and Nandini of 6B. Writing competition for primary classes. First prize goes to Kanika of 4th C. Second prize goes to Shubhangi Sahu of 4th C, and third prize goes to R Dhanush of 4th B.
साम्या, तुझे पता है ऐसे 3 और साइंटिस्ट हैं जिसके बारे में हम सबको जानना चाहिए? Some of our 9th class friends are going to speak about them.
Good morning everyone. I am Anshika of class 9C. Today I am speaking about the father of nuclear program, Homi Jehangir Baba, the father of Indian nuclear science, born on 30 October 1909. He was an Indian nuclear physicist, founding director and professor of physics at the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. He was also the founding director of the Atomic Energy Establishment, Bombay, which is named the Baba Atomic Research Center in his honor. Tata Institute of Fundamental Research and Atomic Energy Establishment, Bombay, were the cornerstone of Indian development of nuclear weapons, which Baba also supervised as a director. Baba was also interested in painting and classical music. He was an opera enthusiast, besides being an amateur botanist. Baba was awarded the Adams Prize in 1942 and Padma Bhushan in 1954. He was also nominated for the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1951 and 1953 to 1956. Baba died in the Air India flight crash on January 24, 1966. The Baba Fellowship Council has been giving the Homi Baba Fellowship since 1967 to a scholar in the field of science. All of us who are interested in science, research and development have a great opportunity of that fellowship. Thank you.
Vikram Sarabhai. Vikram Sarabhai is known to everyone as the father of Indian space program. I, Sanik of 9C, would like to talk about him. Vikram Sarabhai was an Indian physicist and astronomer born on 12th of August 1919 in Ahmedabad. After his matriculation, he proceeded to Cambridge for his college education. Later, he joined as a research scholar under C.V. Raman at the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. His interest in solar physics and cosmic ray led him to set up many observation stations around the country. He built the necessary equipments with which he took the measurements at Bangalore, Pune and Himalayas. He returned to Cambridge in 1945 and completed his PhD. The year 1957 was designed as an International Geophysics Year, the Indian program for the International Geophysics Year. It exposed him with the new vistas of space science with launching in 1957 of Sputnik by Russia. After independence, he convinced the Indian government to set up Indian National Committee for Space Research. He made it clear that India can also be in the League of Nations stepping on the moon. After the Indian National Committee for Space Research was created, he became its chairman. Vikram Sarabhai set up the first rocket launching satellite with active support from Homi Bhabha. India's first rocket launching satellite, Aryabhatta, was his brainchild. He became the chairman of Atomic Energy Commission after the death of Homi Bhabha. Vikram Sarabhai was awarded with Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Medal in 1962 and Padma Bhushan in 1966. He died due to a heart attack on 31st of December 1971. Salute to such a great person who inspires us forever. Thank you everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Good morning everyone. I am Prabhanshu of class 9A RK Puram. I am speaking about a person who does not require any introduction and is referred as the Missile Man of India. He is none other than Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He was born on 25th July 1931 in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu. He did his primary education in a small town school of Rameshwaram. He never faced any discrimination and instead he had all Hindu friends and all the temple priests, teachers supported Kalam a lot. But once, when a new teacher discriminated Kalam, then the head priest of the Rameshwaram temple asked him to apologize and said, "Don't poison the brains of young children." Thus Kalam had seen a beautiful India where all the communities lived together and did not face much inequalities. He did his engineering from St. Joseph College, Tiruchirappalli. When Kalam grew, then as we all know, he contributed a lot in the development of ballistic missiles and launch vehicles. Thus, he got the name of Missile Man of India. He worked in ISRO and DRDO and played main role in developing India's defense sectors. He also played a crucial role in the Pokhran 2 nuclear test series. He became India's 11th president in 2002. Before that, he also received Bharat Ratna for his huge contribution in a scientific research for India's development. He wrote a book, India 2020, that described future India, and Wings of Fire, that was his autobiography. This great man has achieved a lot of success that can't be described in these few lines. Kalam sir came from a small undeveloped town and got the position of India's first citizen. He is an inspiration to all the Indians. At last, after spending 83 years on earth, Kalam sir passed away on 27 July 2015 in Meghalaya while interacting with students, which was his favorite task. Thank you.
वाओ यार, मुझे तो यकीन ही नहीं हो रहा कि हमारे देश में इतने महान साइंटिस्ट भी हैं, मगर क्या कोई विमेन साइंटिस्ट नहीं है?
No, Samya, there were some great scholars like Maitreyi and Gargi in the past. And I'm sure that there are many women scientists in present day also. Yeah, why can't we become one?
Yeah, we should really work hard and contribute in the field of science for our country.
Now let us see models made by our students.
Ice cream and Oreo and coconut and jelly. There are 4 types of soil layers: bedrock, parent material, subsoil and topsoil.
2 glasses. One has colored water, one is empty. And I have kept a burning candle in the plate. So, now you can see when I pour this colored water in the plate and cover this candle with this glass.
And I am studying in class 8B of RK Puram. Today I am going to explain you a simple electric circuit from my device which I was made. So it's my device from which I will going to explain you what is a simple electric circuit. So first we don't know the resources which I use. So it's a simple wires which I use, a switch, a battery and a motor and a plastic bottle fan. So first to make an electric circuit to consume power. So here you can see the wires are properly attached to each others. If your motor or fan is not working properly, then see the wires. So it's connected. Right now I'm going to switch off the switch. Then you can see the bottle cap is stopped. So it's a simple electric circuit model which I was made. I was on the switch and it start working. Off the switch, it stop working. So it is a simple model of electric circuit which I was made. So thank you.
Just today I am going to show you a robot which I had made yesterday. So I am Rehan from class 8. See my robot. His hand in motor, you need to stick this straw. That's all. Thank you. Bye.
Good morning everyone. I am Kumara Sauri. I am studying 6A in AES Dr. KRBM Senior Secondary School, Push Vihar. Today I am going to perform an activity which shows reflection of light. Now I will perform the activity. The required materials are cardboard, a sheet of paper, a comb, a mirror and a torchlight. Now I am switching on the light. I made the light to pass through the comb. Now we can see the pattern of the straight lines. Now I am placing the mirror. Now we can see the pattern of both incident lines and reflected lines. These are the incident lines and these are the reflected lines. From this activity, I understood that light travels in straight lines and when it hits a mirror or a plane surface, it gets reflected in the same medium. Thank you.
Good morning, my dear friends and respected teachers. My name is Ravit Reni. I am studying in class 8th. glass, reason. Air exerts pressure equally in all directions. The acts upon it equally from all directions. That's why cardboard does not fall. This is my experiment. Thank you for watching.
This process is called as water waste treatment plant. So, please don't waste water. Please save water. Please grow plants and stay safe, stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you.
Student of class 9A Pushpiyar. I am standing here in front of you to present you my science model, that is hydraulic disc brakes. So let's move towards my science project. So our first topic is brake. What are brakes? Brake is a mechanical device which inhibits motion by absorbing energy from a moving system. It is used for slowing or stopping a moving object, and it was accomplished by friction. So our second and most important topic is disc brake. Disc brake is a type of brake which use capillary tubes to squeeze the pair of piston pads to create friction. It helps in decreasing the rotational speed of a moving object or make it stationary. So guys, let's move towards my science model and see what I have made. So this is my project of hydraulic disc brakes. So let's talk about my project, how I made this and what things I used in this project. So these two syringes are the main system of this project, and these two syringes are connected with another two syringes which are connected through the capillary tubes. Those capillary tubes consist of fluid of red and green color. So let's talk about my disc. So this is the disc which is connected by motor, and the motor is connected by the battery. When I switch on the battery, the disc will come in motion. So when I press these two syringes, the water through the capillary tube come towards my another two syringes, and these two syringes come towards my disc and try to stop this motion. So let's see how my project works.
Give a chance to answer one. So hey guys, my name is Abdul from class 10C, and normal water motors have.
Hello everyone, my name is Akshita Kanwal of class 7B AS Pushvihar. Today I am going to conduct a very simple experiment in which we need 2 glasses filled up with water, 2 lemons, 1 spoon and some salt. Now we will put the lemon in the first glass of water. As you can see, it sinks down when added to the water. Now in the second glass we will add 2 tablespoons of salt and stir it. Now when we will add the lemon in the water, it will not sink because the density of lemon is now less than the density of water, and in the first one the density of lemon was more than the density of water. Thank you.
My name is Yashasvi Kumar. I made a model of photosynthesis through which plant uses water, carbon dioxide and two things putting together.
In the toothpaste. Now I rub the sticks with the help of a cloth. Now here you can see the stick is burnt. In the earlier you see the stick is not burnt because the water is very deep into the stick. You can see another also burnt. This is my experiment today. Thank you.
Hello friends, myself am Abhi Kareem from class 8th. So today I am going to demonstrate flame test, which is widely used in industries and research purposes. I will give you more details about this at the end of the video. So let's start the video.
So for the experiment, as precautions, I am using safety goggles and apron. For the first experiment, we will need boric acid, ethanol and a matchbox. Add a pinch of boric acid and a few ml of ethanol and then dissolve it. Now let the solution and you will see green color flame, which is the characteristic property of boric acid. In the second experiment, we will only take ethanol and light it up and observe the color of the flame. In the third experiment, I will take a little bit of sanitizer. Let's see what color it will form. So we have observed the blue flame restricted at a particular area. In the previous experiment, the flame was spread because of the volatile nature of alcohol. So we have observed green color flame in the first experiment and wide open blue flame in the second experiment and blue color flame which is restricted in the third experiment. Flame test is a chemical test which is used in identification of metals. In the picture, you can observe characteristic flames of different metals.
Good morning to all teachers. I am Anusha from class 7th B. Today I am going to explain the human digestive system. First of all, I want to tell you that it contains the 5 sections. When I give you the description, you will understand what are the 5 sections. First section is of ingestion. This is the process through which that the food enters to the buccal cavity. Buccal cavity is also known as mouth. It consists of teeth, tongue and salivary glands. Salivary glands secrete saliva. Saliva mixes with the food to break down starch into sugars. Then it passes through a pipe which is known as food pipe or esophagus.
Good morning everyone. I am Muskan of 9th B and today I am going to perform an amazing activity that is invisible ink. For this we need a spoon, a lemon, a bowl, a piece of paper, a cotton bud and some water. So let's start. First squeeze lemon into bowl. Pour some water in it. So, dip the cotton bud into water solution and start writing on paper. Now we can easily see our characters I, N and K. But what is the science behind it? Actually, these substances are acidic, which usually oxidizes when heated, which usually turns them black or brown. Thank you.
My name is Natasha Madhukar and I am from 6th B. Today I am going to present the process of sedimentation and decantation. In sedimentation, we take glass, water and sand. In sedimentation, we pour the water in glass and you can see the sand in this glass and this water is clear now. So this is the process of sedimentation and decantation.
Morning everyone, I Sagar Pandey of class 7th. We going to present a science activity which involves a reaction between an acid and a base. To perform this activity, we need a bowl, vinegar which is acetic acid, a baking soda which is sodium hydrogen carbonate, a base. Now I will mix the bubbles coming out. So the conclusion shows when the acids mix with the base, the bubbles comes out and carbon dioxide is released. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Sanvi Pawar. I am from class 6B. Today I am presenting the process of filtration. The process of filtration is separating impurities from a liquid by using a filter paper or a strainer. I am using a strainer. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Anurag of class 6B. Today I am here to present the experiment of surface tension. So firstly I will tell you what is surface tension. Surface tension is the tendency of the liquid surface to shrink minimum of the surface area possible. So let's our experiment begin. So for that we have to take 2 empty glasses, 1 tray or plate, 1 thread and colored water. मैंने इसमें कलर डाला है ताकि आपको वीडियो में ट्रांसफर वाटर का अच्छे से दिखे. We have to take thread. So you like my experiment? Bye. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Punam Joshi from class 7B. Today I am here to show you how to connect electricity bulb with this battery. First of all, we need this battery. There are 9-volt battery. Then we need connector. Then we need electricity tape. Then I will stick this battery with cardboard, and light bulbs are also here. This fuse for reducing power consumption so that bulb will not blast. First connect this with battery.
Good morning everyone, my name is Adarsh. I am from 9th A. I am going to show you my project about waste management, which consists of 3 R's: reduce, reuse and recycle. This concept is designed to reduce, like composting veggies and fruit peels to make biogas, which can be used later as cooking gas. We can use old plastic to make new roads. Old plastic includes used sanitizer bottles, used toys, etc. In this way, we can give a significant contribution to save nature through 3 R's, which is reduce, reuse and recycle. Thank you and have a nice day.
वाओ साम्या, यकीन नहीं हो रहा है हमारे जूनियर्स ने बनाए हैं.
हमारे जूनियर्स काफी टैलेंटेड हैं.
Now 8th class children have prepared a beautiful song on periodic table.
Now let us listen to that.
Hydrogen and helium, then lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon everywhere. Nitrogen all through the air with oxygen, so you can breathe. And fluorine for your pretty teeth. Neon to light up the sign. Sodium for salty time. Magnesium, aluminium, silicon. Phosphorus, then sulfur, chlorine and argon. Potassium and calcium, so you also. Candium, titanium, vanadium, and chromium and manganese. Here is the periodic table. Noble gases table. Halogens and alkali react aggressively. Period will see new outer shells valley. Electrons are added moving to the right. Iron is the 26th, then cobalt, nickel, conjugate, copper, zinc and gallium, germanium and arsenic, selenium and chromium. Kryptonite light up your room, rubidium and strontium, then yttrium, zirconium, niobium, molybdenum, technetium, ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, silverware, then cadmium and indium. Tin can, antimony, the tellurium and iodine and xenon and then cesium and
the table splits. Well, lantern nights have just begun. Lanternum, cerium, and praseodymium. Neodymium next to promethium, then 60 samarium, europium, and lanium, and terbium, dysprosium, horbium, erbium, thulium, yttrium, lutetium, hafnium, tantalum, tungsten. Then we're on to rhenium, osmium, and iridium, platinum, gold to mercury, stereo, gold, mercury to tell you when it's really cold, thallium, and lead then boosted for your tummy, polonium, acetylene would not be yummy, hidden francium, we lost a little time, radium, then actinides at 89. This is the periodic table. Noble gases stable. Halogens and alkali react aggressively. Each period we see new outer shells when electrons are to the right. Actinium, thorium, protactinium, uranium, neptunium, plutonium, americium, curium, berkelium, californium, einstein,
Anthonium, fluorinium, and
काफी इम्प्रेसिव गाना था. आपको क्या लगता है कैसा था गाना? Now our honorable HOS Mrs. Padma Shankar ma'am is going to give her blessings.
Miss you all a lot. Every day I come to school and I miss you all. It's nice to know that along with all the online classes you had been participating in various debates, drawing competitions, and many other things. I'm very happy with that, and now you all are doing very well in the science fair. I have seen some of the drawings also. Well done. Children, yesterday I was coming across a news where an Indian scientist designed a battery that will be carried by the satellites. I just want you all to be more innovative, think out of the box, and try doing new things. That's what learning science means. So all the best to all the participants, prize winners. Congratulations to the prize winners, and congratulations to the participants and the teachers, and love you all. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for your blessings, ma'am. On behalf of all the student community, we assure you to make the school feel proud of us.
Now, Bhavna of 12th Science is here to render the vote of thanks.
Science mainly revolves around the answers of how and why type questions. The how type question seek the mechanism behind the process, while the why type question seek the significance of the process. I am Bhavna Pradhan of 12th Science. I feel highly privileged to get this opportunity to render the vote of thanks. Firstly, I would like to thank the head of our school, Mrs. Padma Shankar ma'am, for her blessings and support. Then, I would like to thank the Honorable Co-Chairman of our school, Shri G.V. Rao sir, for his enriching words. Now, on the behalf of all the students, I would like to render my thanks to Dr. Abdul Karim sir for his motivational and valuable words to inculcate scientific temper in us. Then, I would like to thank the parents of all the students who have participated in different competitions and who had made various presentations for this event. Without their support, they could not have accomplished such tasks online. I really feel overwhelmed to see the amount of participation and enthusiasm of all the students. They really deserve a big applause. Finally, and most importantly, I would like to thank all the science teachers of our school who guided all of us in one or other task and had been instrumental to make this event a great success. Thank you one and all once again.
We are really happy to present this event.
Thank you one and all. Hope you all enjoyed our Science Week program.